Hello and welcome to the Bloody Podcast. I'm Lori Roggenkamp.
I'm Maria Felix.
I'm sorry, I was locked in a suitcase. I'm Cash Abdulmalik. Hi.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bloody Podcast, where we talk about women in true crime. Today's subject, well, what can we say? What can we say about Sarah Boone that she hasn't said about herself?
Yes.
that she's wrong.
There's two versions of Sarah Boone. There's the truth, and then there's this idealized version of Sarah Boone where she's like this amazing person who's not an alcoholic and is a late 40s woman who still talks about how she got great 8 straight A's in high school.
Yes, and definitely not an alcoholic. I just want to reiterate.
Yes.
Not an alcoholic.
Not an alcoholic, but she drinks and alcohol affects her behavior, but she doesn't get drunk and she's not an alcoholic.
No.
She also likes it a lot.
Yes. But she's not an alcoholic. Not an alcoholic. No.
Never.
No.
Please
Never.
don't mention that.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So today we're talking about Sarah Boone and what has become known as the Suitcase murder, which I would say is a suitcase murder because there have actually been multiple types of suitcase murders.
Yes. I will say that it does trouble me that there are several people who have been tricked into going into a suitcase. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't care if you love this person. Don't get into a suitcase. Just don't. You know,
what's the age threshold of when you can stop being convinced to be in the suitcase?
9.
Oh, 9. There we go. That's a perfect age.
9 makes sense.
9.
Yeah.
9.
Because then if you get in there when you're 10, somebody's going to be like, you're in double digits. You should know better.
Yeah.
Yeah. You fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I was telling Cash they're going to start putting like emergency release tabs in suitcases like they do in trunks.
Yes.
Either that or like the warning of when you buy a car, it'll have that thing in there. Like, you know, when the McDonald's person got burned by the hot coffee and they were like, guys, coffee's hot. They're going to be like, guys, don't get in suitcases.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Coffee.
Please don't. Please don't do this.
Mm-mm.
Here's
And if you rip off this tag, it's illegal. It's a crime.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just get right into it as we've given you some context about the suitcase murder and Sarah Boone. So on February 24th, 2020, a deputy in Winter Park, Florida, arrived at a call at 4748 France Lane, number 3, at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. There, a woman named Sarah Boone was waiting outside with other first responders. The officer greets Sarah and asks her to hold on a second before they talk, because she had some quick paperwork to attend to. Ignoring this, Sarah asks the officer if she thinks that she should let the property manager know what's going on. The property manager has already rounded the corner, like they're out of there. And the officer's like, who? Oh, that person? No, don't worry. We'll let them know. And she's like, okay. And then she asks if she can go back inside her apartment, a.k.a. the crime scene, to grab a cigarette.
And
yes, and when the officer asks her to wait, she asks if she can get her drink.
Yes, yeah. She left a soda. I don't know if we can say brand names, but she left a soda on the counter, and she was like, I have to get this.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just soda in the
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's so silly. I think it's fine. I left an open Dr. Pepper on the counter, and I need to go get it. That's what she says.
Like, I think we should always associate Dr. Pepper with suitcase murders. That's why I was saying.
That does seem like the brand.
They're married.
Suitcases.
I would think it would be Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, what a jerk.
The most evil of the evils.
Because if everything about Sarah Boone, she is doing everything right. So she doesn't need to do Diet Dr. Pepper because
That's true. That's true.
Because she's always in the right.
It is very specific, which I do think is kind of her brand.
Yes. Again, the officer asks her to be patient. After a few more moments, the body cam footage cuts And we see the officer again as she exits Sarah's apartment, having put eyes on the potential crime scene. Inside the apartment was the body of 47-year-old Jorge Torres Jr., laid out next to a blue suitcase on the living room floor.
Yeah,
So the officer returns outside to question Sarah. She asks her if the man inside was her boyfriend. Sarah says yes, and that then she's asked if she's aware of any pre-existing medical conditions that he has, and she says no. And then they go into what happened. According to Sarah, her and George had a bottle of Woodbridge Chardonnay wine yesterday.
Yes. Woodbridge.
Yeah.
And then we'll see later that it's not a regular bottle of wine. It's those, they call them Magnum wine bottles.
What?
My eyebrows were just like,
And so they were drinking their Woodbridge Chardonnay while they relaxed and made puzzles the previous day. Eventually, they decided that it would be fun to play hide and seek.
Sure. As all people in their 40s know,
Yes.
hide and go seek is like legendary peak of excitement, you know?
These guys are miles ahead of the mark, you know? They know how to have a good time. Just revert your age. Let's play some puzzles. Let's play hide and seek.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the level of drunk I need to be like, yeah, hide and seek sounds like a great idea.
Pretty drunk.
I think I don't even know how drunk because it's like, no, it's never a great idea because that requires me leaving my general vicinity.
Yeah. It's also not a big place. So I would be like, are we staying inside? Because if we're staying inside, we're going to find each other almost immediately. Like,
right. Well, they are really small. So we forgot to point that out. They are both pretty petite people. They are, I would say, I mean, how tall was George? I should look it up. I think she couldn't have been more than 5'2".
Oof.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming George was around the same height.
That plays a lot into their relationship too, because Sarah's ex-husband is significantly taller and bigger than she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that plays a lot into, because she did the same, we'll find out she does the same things, not hide and go seek, but she does the same things in her relationship with her ex-husband that she does with George. But George, because he's smaller, does a little bit more too, you know?
Right.
So
They're building houses out of popsicle sticks and stuff. That's our Sunday.
Yeah.
These guys are idiots.
Just getting wasted on Chardonnay and doing puzzles.
I feel like they're giving short couples a bad name.
Yes.
Like, they're acting so infantile.
Oh, yes. Short
Yes.
couples are pissed about
Yes.
representation.
Yes.
Short kings and queens are not happy with this representation.
Yeah.
And Sarah says that she decided to go upstairs and hide in the shower. Primo hiding spot.
Yes.
Pretty good. Curtain's not even drawn. She's just standing in the tub.
Yes. Yeah. She's just fully laying in the tub.
She's standing.
Oh, she's standing. Okay.
Like an idiot right in the middle.
Yeah. Just with a Magnum bottle of Chardonnay.
Eyes closed.
Yeah. Just literally yelling, "Come and find me."
Shush.
She's shushing nobody.
She's shushing herself.
She's shushing her conditioner and shampoo that's in the same bottle. Shh. Her Head and Shoulders dual
Head and
conditioner.
Suave.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Shut
So
up.
she's waiting. She's this whole time. I guess George doesn't come find her.
Good job, George.
And so she gets bored waiting and decides to go back downstairs.
Ugh.
And when she's downstairs, next thing they know, this is where she kind of conflates the story a little bit. Sometimes she'll say that when she went downstairs, George was already in the suitcase. That was like his hiding spot.
Okay.
And then other times she will say that when she went back downstairs, she found George, like he was there. He probably, I guess he never went to go look for her. And then they started kind of joking around and having fun. And then they decided that it would be a funny idea if he got in the suitcase together. So I'm not sure which of the two actually happened. We don't know.
Well,
If
if we're
either.
going, yeah, if we're going by hide and go seek rules, you don't hide somebody and then go seek them.
No.
So he would I could see him being in the suitcase and not wanting to go see her because he's like, I got a good hiding spot, and then she comes down
Yeah.
and sees him in the suitcase.
This is the crux of the relationship, is the communication issues.
I
And
would've
neither
loved-
of them know who's it.
Yes.
Exactly. I would have loved for a detective to be like, okay, so that's what happened. You hid and you hid. Okay. And then he pulls a Columbo and he's like, just 1 second. If I may remind you of the rules of hide and go seek, there is one who hides and one who seeks. So your story doesn't make much sense, Dad.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were playing hide and go seek. You were playing hide and go hide.
Yeah.
His partner's like, are you doing Columbo? Stop.
Yeah. I was doing a whole Murder, She Wrote thing, and you totally ruined it with Columbo.
Ruined it.
Yeah. So I could see that. I could also see that none of this happened, and she was just like, I bet you can't get in this suitcase. And he was like, oh, I bet I can. So I could see that happening too.
I mean, we'll get into it, but I'm on the conspiracy theory side that he never was in the suitcase downstairs willingly.
Okay. I could
Maybe
see
upstairs.
that. I could for sure see that. We'll get it, but yeah, we'll get into it.
She's like, get in that suitcase. Get in there.
They're horrible people to each
Yeah,
other.
they.
I thought
Fought
these were
each other.
America's sweethearts.
No, I know that's how Sarah calls her relationship with George, America's sweethearts.
That's what she told me.
Yeah.
No, they were both super physically abusive to each other.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So after George climbed in the suitcase, according to Sarah, she zipped it up and made sure George could still stick out 2 fingers out between the zipper. Just the 2.
Yeah.
Mockingbird.
But remember,
Mhm.
this is what she's claiming happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
And then they giggled about it for a little bit. They're like, "Oh my god, it's so funny that you fit in the suitcase. It's great." So, Sarah says that even though they were drinking, she wasn't drunk.
No.
She doesn't really think that George was drunk. They just had a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
So
just one.
no-
Regular Magnum sized bottle.
it was a
Yeah.
great day. They were just relaxing.
Yeah. She
And so-
claims she can't get drunk at one point. She goes,
Yeah.
I can't get drunk.
So she clearly was not inebriated, but she decided that while George was in the suitcase, she was going to go upstairs.
Yes.
So she went upstairs. She sometimes, and I don't think she says it in this case, but she does mention some kind of inkling towards, I expected him to be upstairs within, like, right behind me, 20 minutes after me. You know, I expected him to get out of the suitcase and be right behind me.
Yeah, because he still had the finger. So she was like, oh, he can still get that hole. So he's just going to get out, use his fingers, and move
Yeah.
himself out there. Yeah.
She's in bed. She's got her clicker. She's waiting for him to come. She's like,
Yeah.
She's like,
why
maybe
would-
he'll finally use his fingers right for once.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
what she's thinking.
Yeah. Find the hole, George, because we know you can't find it usually. So,
Yeah. It's
"Ah,
horrible.
buddy.
We will
Poor
not.
George."
Poor George. No,
Poor
he
George.
was a bad person too. He has I'm
not
sure his
great.
family is wonderful, but
Oh,
he
no.
kind of sucked.
like we said, he was an alcoholic. They were
Yeah.
both,
And-
when you meet people and you can either bring out the best in each other or the worst in each other, these two brought out the worst in each other.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Love it.
So she goes upstairs and she lies down to just kind of like be like drunk and lying down, but not intending to fall asleep. But wouldn't you know it, about 30 minutes later, she falls asleep.
darn it. Darn it. Doesn't
Natural
that always
causes.
Yeah.
When she woke up the next natural causes, she fell
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah.
Yes,
not
yes.
drunk.
She had a really busy day. I mean, hide and seek is at least
So taxing.
2,000 steps.
Yes.
And she's like, I have so many puzzles.
So when she woke up, it was well past morning the next day. And she stayed upstairs. Like she woke up around 11, and then she just like stayed upstairs. And this is the part where not the part, but this is one of the many parts where you're like, what kind of person are you? So she stays upstairs. She could hear her cell phone ringing downstairs, but she says to the deputy, she's like, I didn't really go get it because I knew who it was. I knew it was my ex, like calling to see if I was going to go get our kid. And he's the only one that calls me over and over. So I didn't go downstairs right away.
I didn't realize that they had a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
She shares a kid with her ex.
oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Sorry, I forgot. I did not remember
Yeah.
that part. Okay.
So the kid is not there right now.
No, but she's supposed to pick him up. She's supposed to be. It's her day to pick him up, and she's not. She didn't pick him up.
She didn't pick him up. She got up around 11. She ignored the phone calls that she could hear downstairs from her phone because they share a phone also, by the way. Her and
God.
George share a phone.
Jesus Christ.
And so she figures George is downstairs on the laptop looking for work because he's unemployed. Just as an aside.
No.
Just as her aside to the cop. She's like, he's looking for work. It felt like a little slight, just like a little like, yeah.
Yeah. She always looks for ways. She's such a dichotomy because she'll constantly talk about how much she loves George and how much of a loser sack of crap he is. And it's just like, why would you? And detectives will ask her, why do you love him then? If he's abusive, alcoholic, unemployed, just not a good person, why are you with him? And she's like, because I love him.
Because
He's my George.
Yeah. It makes her a good person to love this broken person.
Yes.
She's like, I'm just that great.
Yeah. She says, I can fix him. I can help him. And I've helped him so much.
Love it.
Yeah.
So she finally goes downstairs. But when she searches the place, she can't find him. She has a terrible realization.
Oh, no. What is it?
He was still in the suitcase.
What?
Oh, no.
She went over to it and opened it to find her boyfriend of 3 years dead.
I mean,
his skin had turned purple.
I can't make my skin purple, but this is it.
For as not nice, that's a good face.
Thank you.
For as not nice as George is, I do say that I feel like that is a horrible, horrible way to die.
Slowly suffocating is a horrible way to die.
And I feel awful for him that he had to suffer that. Nobody should have to go through that. That's awful. And the thing that is so crazy to me is, throughout this entire ordeal, Sarah never once goes, oh my God, I did this. This, even if it was just purely by accident, because she constantly says it wasn't intentional.
Right.
But even if jokingly you leave your, boyfriend of 3 years in a suitcase, go upstairs, fall asleep, and he dies. I mean, I would have a panic attack. I would be so inconsolable.
Well, she did in a way.
Well, in her way. Of thinking about herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So she opens it. He's there. Sarah panics and calls her ex-husband, Brian, who only lives a few minutes away.
Yeah.
That's who she calls first. She calls Brian. And she tells him that she found George unresponsive and begs him to come over. Now, Brian is kind of a gem because Brian comes over, and he comes over probably also because he's like, you haven't been answering the phone, so he walks in, he sees the dead body, in the suitcase, I would assume at this point still, and then tells Sarah, you need to call 911. And then he just backs out of the apartment.
Smart. I imagine he would walk in and just be like, bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
Hey, call the cops.
So
And I bet he did that. I bet he did that thing where he walked back so his footprints matched. Like he was like,
Yes.
I don't even want to make different footprints. Like
Yes.
Yes, he definitely did, because even when he talked to the cop later, he was like, I did not go beyond like the threshold. I never stepped onto the carpet. You won't find my footprints there from today on the carpet. I've been here
Yeah.
before.
He pulled a Danny from The Shining. He was just walked backwards, retraced his steps, and was just like, "That's it. Thank you."
So, on the phone with dispatch, Sarah is instructed to try CPR on George. And she keeps trying and she keeps trying. And obviously, George is unresponsive. And then eventually, the first responders show up. And then after the first responders come, the deputies come, which is, we have a lot of body cam footage of that.
Cool.
So, anyway, that's where we see her repeatedly start asking for cigarettes, repeatedly start asking for water. When she can't get water because the cop is like, I can't let you back inside. I can't go get a cup of water from inside for you because it's all evidence. You can't go back inside. Nobody can get you anything from there. She starts drinking from the spigot of water attached to her apartment, like with her hand. You know, kind of like making kind of like a scene about it. And you know what?
God.
Granted here, I will say that if I were about to be accused of murder because she had done it, I probably would have had the wherewithal to grab my smokes and a bottle of water before calling the cops on myself.
Yeah.
Because this is essentially what's happening.
Yeah, go to the bathroom, grab water,
Change.
change.
She's out there in shorts and flip-flops.
Yeah, change. Maybe
Yes.
wash
Yeah.
your face. You
She's
know.
got,
Face.
it's
Yeah.
not her best shirt. It's got a stupid slogan.
Yeah.
No. Get some
No.
better clothes.
Yeah.
Wash your face. Go to the bathroom. Change your identity. Go to a different state.
Yes.
Travel out of the country. Then call the cops.
All those things before calling the police.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of those things. And then call the police on yourself. Don't be stuck outside in your flip-flops without your smokes or your Diet Dr. Pepper.
Also, there's a recording of the 911 call, and the dispatcher has to argue with her to do CPR. Like, she
Oh,
doesn't
no.
want to do it. She's like, ugh, but he's purple. Like, she just keeps saying, hurry. And it's like, okay.
She doesn't want to touch him.
No.
Oh, my God.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
so great. This is so classless. Ugh, he's got food in there.
Yeah.
The officer also talks and questions Brian, Sarah's ex-husband, who stayed there. He's just leaning against his car watching this whole thing happen. It's really classic. It's great. So, Sarah's ex-husband explains that he did indeed call Sarah several times that morning, trying to get her to confirm if she was going to pick up their kid since it was her day to have him. They've been divorced for about a year and a half. He goes over the same chain of events leading up to the police being called there. And when the deputy asks if he knew of any problems that the couple had previously, Brian laughs nervously and says that, yes, they have a whole, quote, fun history.
Oh, God.
Yes, officer. Yes. They have some issues.
Yes. And that both of them were known to be violent towards each other. George was even on parole for something related to their relationship, but he wasn't sure if it was connected to anger management or domestic violence. Either way, you know what it means. We all know what it means. The cops know what it means.
Yeah, so the main thing was, so they're both severe alcoholics, and that's how they meet. You know, Sarah is married to Brian, wants to go out drinking, doesn't want to take care of the baby, and she meets George at the bars, and they start having an affair well before she gets divorced. And she eventually moves in with George, and you know, Sarah was always an explosive person and would always get mad at Brian, but Brian was so much bigger than her that he didn't do anything. He would just push her away or block her.
Right.
Because George is tinier, he's like, no, you want to hit me? I will freaking hit you back.
Right.
Or you want to cuss at me? I will slap you. And so, which is not good. I'm not saying it's good, but it's just like, because of his size and everything, they had a completely different relationship. It was a lot more volatile.
It's really interesting when you when you meet a man who feels that because of their size,
Yes.
it's okay to hit back or to like push, shove, and be more.
Yes.
It's
a weird it's a weird logic. I will say that.
Yes. It feels like you're missing the point.
Yes.
Yeah. I also have had that experience with like a taller, bigger woman where it's like, I'll hit you, and it's like, don't. That doesn't work either way. Don't.
Yes.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah. And again, I'm sorry I threatened to hit you.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't want to bring it up, but here it is.
Here it is.
But that wasn't for me. That was like not a relationship or anything. It was just like a bigger lady who was like, I will fucking knock all people out. It was just like, dude, no, come on.
No, I said it and I meant it, so I'm not going to apologize.
So while Sarah's waiting, she also keeps asking how long she has to be there. She continues,
Jesus Christ.
like, how much longer are how much longer are you guys going to be here? Who else has to show up? Every single question you can think of that would give you any kind of tiny morsel of information, she's asking. Who else is going to show up? What are they going to do? What are you going to do with the body? But it's just deputies at this point. The deputies are like, well, I could tell you I will be here as long as you're here. So we'll see. And then honestly, I looked at the timestamp and I was like, how long has it been? It hasn't been that long. Literally 25 minutes into the deputy showing up, the detectives show up. It's only been less than 25 minutes, and the detectives are coming.
I love her logic of like, well, how long are you gonna be here? I'll be here as long as you're gonna be here. But I live here. Do you live here now?
Yeah.
Also, she doesn't have a job. It's not like she has something to do.
No, I don't understand how they got money for the wine in the first place. But I don't know. We'll see. So the detectives Chelsea Connolly and Detective Scott Lauren arrive at the scene. While questioning her, Sarah then begins to ask them who is going to inform George's family. Not out of any kind of concern for the family, mind you, because she immediately says to the police she's afraid for her life and thinks that George's family is going to kill her when they find out. She says that they have never accepted her and consider her a white devil.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
There's no way around that one. I was like, well, yeah, no.
Yeah. Cops are like, okay.
Yeah.
So
you are a white devil. That's what you are.
Yeah. So she's convinced George's kids are going to kill her when they find out, and pleads with the officers to please keep her posted about when they tell his family so she can prepare. Later, she questions them about George's family again and repeats that she's afraid they'll kill her, and they'll think that it was intentional because they always said that she would kill him, that she would end up killing him. And then she says, and this is the part I don't believe, she's like, then they referred her to me as the blue-eyed white dragon. And I was like, no Latino, no respecting Latino person would say such a phrase. You're making that up.
I can't believe she came up with a way to fucking insult her to make her sound cool. That's insane.
Yeah.
I'm known as the blue-eyed white dragon in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Because I eat all the appetizers. Nobody's calling you that because they call you fat piece of shit, you bitch.
Yeah. Although I will say, I am going to start taking on Blue-Eyed White Dragon.
I think that's pretty good. I think we could get you like a bandana.
Yeah.
That has the white dragon on it.
Yeah.
Get some shirts with tie-dye going on.
Shirts with tie-dye, cut-off sleeves, and the belly shirts where you're just
I love a cut-off belly tee. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
The blue eyes are where the titties are at?
Yeah. My nips.
Yeah.
One's up high, one's down low.
Like, what do you do for work? I arm wrestle.
Oh, yeah.
And eat wings. That's awesome.
But I says wangs.
Wangs. So she says that, she reiterates they hate her, even though she's the one who's always telling George that he needs to talk to them and he needs to reconnect with them and this and that. So we're really, if you haven't caught on in these last 25 minutes of her being in the presence of people, she has a lot of narcissistic tendencies.
Yes.
Everything she says is formulated to be either like pity or praise on her.
Yeah.
She's
It's
the best.
crazy.
She's got it all.
She's
And
the best.
again, she mentioned no more than like 6 times that she got straight A's in high school. As they're like carting her dead boyfriend into an ambulance, they're like, "Did you know I got straight A's in high school?"
Yeah.
What?
This
How
and
does that
and that's
matter?
not even the last time.
No.
That's not even the last time. So then the detectives ask her if she has somewhere she can stay tonight that would be safe, since she's apparently so afraid. She doesn't just say no, though. She starts rambling on about how my parents are deceased, my grandparents are deceased, and I only have one brother and he's in the Marines, but I have another brother and he's in jail. So no, I don't have anybody. I mean, maybe Brian would probably let me stay at his place, and I just like, poor Brian.
Yeah. Brian's still standing by his car going, "No."
Yeah, I'm not home tonight.
Yeah. Leave a message after the beep.
It's horrible. God damn it.
She has no one, she says. Also, she says George's mom lives in Philadelphia. But there's gonna be a funeral, right? And so she's gonna come down. So she's gonna know. The police are just like, okay,
all right.
We're worried about right now. That you're talking about weeks out. Like the police. I love these detectives because they immediately are just like, all
They're
right,
the best. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Detective Connolly and Detective Lowen did a great job. No nonsense. So the authorities take the body in for an autopsy, and they leave the premises after taking Sarah's statement and obtaining waivers for them to for her laptop and for her phone. And they do not arrest her at this point. From the phone's data download, though, that same day, 2 videos from the previous night are discovered on her phone. Both of them show the zipped-up suitcase on the ground. In the first video, taken around 11:12 p.m., the luggage piece was facing down, and George is clearly inside. Sarah appears to be sitting on the couch, aiming the phone at the luggage piece.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't fucking breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Real or ransom. Might want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real or ransom.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you ching on me.
Sarah. I
Fuck
can't
you.
fucking breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut the fuck up.
Sarah.
Jesus Christ, man.
What an awful human being. Awful.
Awful.
Yeah. Jesus.
And I will say it right now because we don't get into it later. But there are earlier videos of Sarah where he said, or of Sarah and him, where she again says, "That's my name. Don't wear it out." So she says that shit
Ugh.
all the time, and then you have to hear it as you're dying.
Ugh.
The worst
No.
motherfucking comeback of all time. It's not even a comeback.
Yes.
It's lazy.
No, it's not.
It's lazy work. It's lazy
Yeah.
work. And that's just awful.
It's
Yeah.
horrible.
And also, I don't drink that much. And I'm around drunk people, not a lot, but a decent amount of the time. And this is my least favorite kind of drunk.
Maria just pointed to herself.
No, it's not her.
Shut up.
It's my least favorite
Ugh.
kind of drunk. It's classless.
Oh, yeah.
Classless. It's like, and also
Yeah.
just like you think you're clever, you think you're witty, you're not. You never happen.
No, she thinks at any given point she's the smartest person in the room. It doesn't matter what.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Scum.
Yeah.
She could be meeting with like board members of Mensa and she would be like, I am the smartest person here.
Yes.
So you guys do like you fucking play puzzles? I play puzzles. Fucking nobody's smarter than me. What's up? She did that thing too. She did that like that fucking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking despise.
I also want to point out, this is like my 10th time watching the video. And I've just noticed how dirty the carpet is. And it's,
Oh my god.
my
Did
God.
you see those sandals?
Yes.
How black those sandals were?
Disgusting. And those rugs, those like the Marshall's rugs,
Ugh.
the colorful ones,
Yeah.
they're blackened.
Okay, guys, that's a little mean.
I just
You can
I
be
just-
an alcoholic,
yeah.
just be cleanly.
just clean. Just
Just
be a clean alcoholic.
Clean.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, function.
Yeah. Functional alcoholics are what we're looking for.
If you have enough energy to play hide and seek, you have enough energy to wash the rug.
There
That's
we
what
go.
I'm gonna say.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That should have been the game they played.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was
Who
how
can
clean
wash
they
the
could make the
rug
condo.
fastest?
Yeah.
Watch the rug the fastest.
Yeah. But nobody dies in that game. Everybody
Well,
wins.
Jorge's
Sarah
like,
will
I
find a
always
way.
lose. I always
Yeah.
lose.
Okay, so it isn't clear how long George was in the suitcase before the video was taken. You know, it's all just based on what she says.
Yeah.
And then there's a second video, which was taken 11 minutes later and is only 22 seconds long. In that video, the suitcase is flipped again. It's right side up and is a few feet away from where it previously was. In that one, George already sounds weaker and calls out for Sarah only one time.
Ugh.
And then there's like a weak attempt you see to push up on the luggage.
I-
And then the video
I-
cuts.
yeah. That's just, yeah. Ugh.
And we'll find out that there's what happens in between those, like what happens there later on. So that is what the cops walk away with, you know, which is interesting because I feel like, I mean, I'm not sure how quickly they found it, but they let her keep going till at least the next day on her own, you know, free, which maybe, I mean, they're very seasoned cops. I feel like the cops were like, she's not going anywhere.
Oh no.
She's not.
I'm sure they had a
She's-
car outside or something like that.
Yeah. She's going to the liquor store after this. She'll be. We're-
Sure, she's not capable of anything.
No, not at
Yeah.
all.
They're like,
So
they're
it's-
not worried about her leaving.
It's
That's
like
what I
cats
think.
Playing with a mouse before they kill it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it definitely is. The cops,
Yes.
they have a nice time. They have a nice time here, I think. So that same night, the detectives follow up with Sarah on a recorded phone call. And then during that phone call, they ask her to come into the station for a follow-up interview the following day. She was read her Miranda rights during that phone call, which to, I think, the average person of average intelligence would have raised a red flag.
Yes.
But it didn't for her. So they asked her to come in the next day for another follow-up interview at the station. At this point, not only do they have the videos, but they've also received the autopsy report for George's body. And the report showed George had long nail scratches on his back, on his neck, and blunt force trauma to his left shoulder and skull.
Mm.
Ugh.
And he had died of asphyxiation. So Next day, Sarah willingly shows up to this interview lawyerless. Not a legal counsel in sight.
Love it.
Not at all.
Not at all. And at the top of it, Detective Connolly reads Sarah her Miranda rights. Again. Still, everything's cool. Go into the events of the night over again. As they're getting into it, they inform Sarah of George's injuries and ask her if she caused any of them. Of course, she denies knowing anything about it. She talks instead about the physical abuse that she has faced at his hands, including something she referred to as the curtain rod incident, which was 2 weeks prior was the last time that he had hit her with a curtain rod. But no, she doesn't know how he got hurt. She then says that he gets belligerently drunk, and she even started documenting incidents of this with videos and photos, which the police will see for themselves on her phone, she says. But on the day of the death, they were actually having a very good day, according to Sarah. They hadn't fought, and there were no conversations about relationships. There was nothing that could be misconstrued as a fight, according to Sarah. And then she tells them in more detail what happened the day before, and she says that in the afternoon is when, which is, I think, when they got up, obviously. In the afternoon, they went out. They went to Publix, and that's where they got their wine. And
They went to Publix. I hate these people so much.
And then they got back, and they also polished off a couple of sips, she says, of wine from the night before, but not the whole bottle. But then they opened the new bottle.
Not the whole bag, the Franzia bag.
Yeah. But then she starts claiming that she doesn't want to drink, that it's George who makes her drink.
Yeah.
Because he likes to drink, and so she drinks, but she's like, I always have to have my wits about me. And so she claims she was drinking, and that's why things happen, but she wasn't drunk because she can't get drunk, and she never wants to get drunk.
Yes.
Thank
She
you.
never wants to get drunk.
Thank you very much for clarifying. That's true.
Yes. Yeah.
She needs to have that control. Like she just doesn't like it otherwise. And she's going to tell you about it.
And you're gonna listen.
So they relax and they have an overall pleasant day doing their puzzles. And during that time, though, George left to get another bottle of wine and then returned home. So they started having that one. Sarah confirms, yes, they were drinking throughout the late afternoon through the evening. But again, her, never drunk.
Not drunk. Not once.
Not at all. Not a little bit. Maybe a little buzzed.
Yes, officer. I did buy the cocaine. I did do the whole bag. I was not high, however.
No.
Thank you very much.
No.
You can go.
And if I wasn't high, you can't arrest me.
That's just law.
Nah.
I've seen SVU.
And at another point during the evening, she says that George calls his kids who live with his ex. And then she takes the time to badmouth George's ex. Now, we don't know anything about George's ex, at least not on this particular episode. She says that George is always manipulated by her, that she withholds his kids from him and asks him for money all the time, blah, blah, blah. And it's a lot of the reason, her ex is a lot of the reason that George stresses out and then drinks and then gets violent with Sarah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
So
the main instigator in her life. He's the one, but she loves him and she can fix him, so she stays with him. But he's all the problems that she has.
He's her George.
Yeah, he's her George.
Never
He's
forget
her
it.
George. Everybody else is the problem.
Yes.
George's ex is the problem. George's family is the problem. George's kids are the problem. And then George reacts to that. So she, even in that, she kind of like cradles, she tries to cradle her view of George by being like, it's because of that he drinks. And if it weren't for them, he wouldn't drink and he wouldn't hit me.
Yes. If
And I
everyone
wouldn't
would
hit
just
him.
listen to her and do what she says, everything would be right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she's not drunk.
No. Never. Not once.
So as for the suitcase, she says during this interrogation, at one point, she says that it was downstairs due to a previous game. Okay. And then later says that since her closet really needed cleaning out, George took it upon himself to take out the suitcase and start putting donation items in it. And that's why it was downstairs that time. Like, so 2 different stories already.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then she also mentions, yes, they have played hide and seek at least 3 times before. Okay, so it's not weird, guys.
I wonder if the cops were like, hide and seek? Really?
Yeah. They're like, have you ever played hide and seek before? They ask. She's like, yes, 3 times. At least 3
Yes.
times.
At least 3 times this week.
It's not bad. We do it. We have fun. We're adults.
Yeah, we
It's
hide
like-
really well in places. I mean, that's kind
Yeah.
of the advantage of being small. You hide really well.
You're cops. You play hide and seek for professions. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Give me a kiss.
So yeah, they've played hide and seek before, but this is the first time one of them got in the suitcase, just to be clear. The detectives then try to play the videos that they found on her phone. Less than a minute into the first video, she asks if she could please not watch it. She doesn't want to watch it. She doesn't want to see what happened.
Yeah, she keeps saying, "Look at my phone, look at my phone." But then when they show her the video, she's like, "Oh, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to have to see this."
Ew, my phone.
No. Well, the thing is, Lori, she's not going to edit it, okay? Like, there's no notes to be had, so she can watch it. They can watch it, but she doesn't need to be in. She doesn't need to watch it again. It's already perfect.
She's
Yeah.
like, I really don't like to watch myself on screen. I know I look great. It's just,
It's
like,
just
I
a
gotta wear- I gotta wear
humility
a
thing.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So she claims she doesn't remember taking the videos, which I absolutely believe.
Yeah.
I believe she does not remember taking these particular videos because, girl, if she hadn't have done this, I think she would have gotten away with it.
Maybe.
I think she could have gotten away with it. Like at least with a much lesser sentence than she
She
got.
wouldn't have been found. She wouldn't have been charged with murder. It would have been like
Manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
because they would have been
because
like, it was
yeah.
2 stupid drunks did a
Yes.
stupid thing.
Yeah.
But
So
she dug her own grave, as she will over and over and over again. She doesn't remember taking the videos, and she adds, like, as she's talking about this, she's like, I flipped it, and they're like, yeah, you flipped it. I flipped it, meaning that after George was saying he couldn't breathe, she flipped the luggage over to help him from the first video to the second.
yeah,
That's her
doesn't
justification.
doesn't unzip it, but
No.
just flips it over.
She flips it back over. Yeah. And the detectives point out, like, yeah, you flipped it, but you would have already had to flip it once before, because when he gets in, it's right side up. It has to be open. It has to be facing up for him to get in. And then you closed it, and then you already flipped it. And then you flipped it again. So you had already kind of started this chain of him not being able to breathe.
Uh-oh.
And then Sarah argues. That's when she starts coming up with the 2 fingers thing. She says that his 2 fingers were out of the luggage, out of the zipper. She could see them sticking out. And that she thought with that, he could get out at any point that he wanted to. So then they're like, well, you still went upstairs. And she's like, okay, but I didn't do this intentionally. There was no malicious intent. When they ask her if it wasn't malicious, then why did she say fuck you in the video like that? And she sounded serious. And she immediately gets flustered. It says that in her case, so implying that normally when George talks to her, she's like, in my case, I get called everything but a white woman. And the detective just says, okay. Okay. And then keeps going. It's just...
Also, this is like not consequential, but the male detective is wearing a hot pink shirt during the interrogation. And for some reason, I just am like, that's such a boss move to be like, I'm coming in with a hot pink shirt.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's a pink banner day
Yeah.
for Detective Lowen because he's going to get one off the board.
Yes.
He's going to be done with this one today.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the episode of Law and Order that you're like, where you see like it's like one of the old ones where you see like they're having fun.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man, I want to be on this show. I
Yeah.
want to do that. Like they
Yeah.
walk in, they're just like, hey man.
8-hour day. 9 to 5. It's not
Like just look at his watch.
easy.
Might get out of here in 6.
Yeah. I might go pick up a pizza after this.
Seriously,
Eat the
yeah.
whole damn thing myself.
Yeah.
So she continues to trying to convince the detectives that none of this was intentional. She accidentally fell asleep, but she was sober enough, don't question it, to have her wits about her. She's never drunk.
No. She
And
can't. She can't get drunk.
No, she can't. She has no defense against why, if she thought that he was fine and would be upstairs himself soon, why didn't she go check on him during the 30 minutes that she was still awake if she was in fact not drunk? She kind of just gives cyclical replies, and she says that's just what you all are saying. And then they ask her a different way, and she says, let me tell you why. It's the drinking. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the end of the sentence.
Yeah. She says alcohol is the worst. But then she goes, but I wasn't drunk. Because she honestly, she thinks that she's playing chess with these detectives,
3D, 4D chess. Yes.
Yeah. She thinks that she's manipulating them and figuring out moves and stuff. And it's just, she just looks like, she's playing a broken board of checkers.
Oh
It's
no, she's playing Hungry Hippos.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's insane. Wow.
If she was born into a richer family, she would be in the White House right now. That's all I'll say. Another thing that she also tries to say is the classic, guys, that's how we are with each other.
Yes.
That's how we joke. Okay, nobody understands our relationship.
Yeah.
I'd love it if she was like a little younger and using slang. She's like, yo, we just them boys. That's just how we do.
Y'all being real Sigma right now.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Cop's like, oh yeah, I feel you.
So when the cops ask if maybe it was because she was drunk while taking the videos and that's why she doesn't remember, and just suggest it, maybe you drank too much, she again exclaims that she wasn't drunk. Okay? It was unintentional, but she went upstairs intentionally. Yes.
Yes.
I fell asleep unintentionally.
She really backs herself into a corner here because even with the video, there's still a way where she could get out of it. Just saying, I was drunk.
I was drunk.
I don't remember this at all. And she could totally claim that she has no memory, but she can't let herself acknowledge that she was ever drunk to that point.
People like that can never admit to a fault.
No.
It's willful ignorance over everything. And,
yes.
And a severe drive to not dare to try to comprehend anybody else's point of view.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Willful ignorance will be the death of everybody.
Yeah.
It'll be the death of America. I have a 2-minute clip. It's a 2-hour interrogation, and here's 10% of it. And then it summarizes the rest of it.
That's what I did.
No, by what the facts of what happened. We got there. You said you pulled him out of a suitcase. You said you went up. You went to bed. We're not assuming that. These are the facts that you're telling us.
But
now
what I said is I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. Well, that's what you told me on a sworn recorded statement yesterday. Because when I said, oh, you went upstairs and passed out, you were like, no, I did not pass out. You got attitude with me because you were thought I was assuming that you were drunk. So that's an assumption. That was an assumption when I said you passed out. And guess what? You corrected me.
You were very adamant about the fact that both of you had your wits about you. What's your favorite word to use?
Compass mentis.
It's
You
Latin.
used it today too, to say that you guys were within your wits. There's two empty bottles of wine.
No, but we didn't drink both of them.
I think you did.
We didn't. There's receipts for the
They were
savings
both
back there.
purchased yesterday, so I don't know how you didn't, because they weren't there the day before.
The one was.
Two public receipts from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing Everything purchased on either one was a single bottle of wine, 2 of them. So we have each bottle of wine that was empty in your garbage can that you purchased yesterday, or he purchased, but you two would have consumed together.
Okay, well, I mean, there's receipts, so it's not even worth the. So this is. So I don't know what you guys are. I don't know. We were just hoping that we could figure out why you.
What was the motivation?
There was no motivation. Well,
we're watching a video that, after talking to you, everything was laughing and fun. Now we're watching a video where it's not laughing and fun. He's begging for his life, and you are in a very angry voice telling him to fuck off.
No.
Yes, that's absolutely what it was. It's not an assumption. The video's there. We played it for you.
So you guys think that I intentionally...
You did. You got up off the couch.
It doesn't
and
matter
walked
what
up
we
the couch,
think.
or walked up the stairs and got into bed. That was intentional. There's no way getting around that. You intentionally did that. Nobody drugged you up there. You didn't float up damn stairs.
Okay, well, it's not fair. It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I did.
It's our job.
I don't know what to tell you.
You told us that. You didn't go upstairs?
Again, there was a hole in a suitcase. I unzipped it from the hole with one finger.
Well, the damn hole didn't do him no good, did it?
I love that every single time they're like, yeah, this. She's like, no. No. You know? A lot of M's in that no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Also, this is another reason why I can't be a detective is like you're in the flow of this, you know, and and then the female detective is coughing. I would have been like, "Do you need a lozenge?"
Yeah, they're really in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she keeps coughing. She's like drinking water. I was like, maybe she's coughing because she's laughing, but
that could be.
But I don't know. They're probably not. They're too like seasoned.
I would be like, can we pause so you can figure your shit out? Because I can't hear you coughing anymore.
Maybe it's part of the tactic or something like that. Maybe one of them just, what do you want to do? You want to do cope and cough? And she's like, yeah, sure.
Cope and cough.
She's like, sure.
Yeah. That could be a strategy. That would definitely get me to commit a crime if I had to listen to sniffling or coughing for an extended period of time.
Sure.
I'd be like,
it's like
I murdered
radio.
him.
Yeah,
I did it. Yeah.
It's like blasting music over somebody where it's like,
yeah,
I gotta get out of this house. It's like,
All right, I killed him. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do this. I'm sorry. I got
3 coughs.
That was it. So there's 2 hours of that going back and forth. At one point, and I'm just pointing this out because I thought it was really funny. Detective Lowen points out how several neighbors came up to them yesterday and stated that Sarah was often seen drunk in the apartment complex, and is so distrusted by everybody that her direct neighbors wouldn't even let her use the bathroom yesterday when she asked while she was stuck outside. She denies that that's how they feel. Okay, they don't feel that way. And says that Lowen should really actually talk to the property manager because he doesn't think that. And on top of that, her neighbors, Eli and Kim, if that's who the cop is talking about, Kim doesn't like her, okay? She's never liked her, but Eli does, and he'll come over and talk to them sometimes. She thinks that this is what makes Kim not like her because she's jealous, okay? And even still, just to be clear though, Kim is the one that didn't let them use the bathroom. Eli probably would have said it was okay, but Kim was there in the apartment. So
I talked to Eli on multiple occasions. He said, if I need to take a shit, I can shit in his house. He said.
And then she went and had to go ask the other neighbor. And the other neighbor on the other side said, no, but not because of anything. It was because the bathroom was broken. That's what they said. The bottom bathroom was broken. No, she cannot use the upstairs bathroom. She wouldn't even let anybody in her house use the upstairs bathroom. That's her bathroom.
Yeah.
That's the guest bathroom is downstairs.
Downstairs bathroom's one of those 7-Eleven bathrooms. They're never working. You can't go in there.
So this claim that Detective Lowen has that her neighbors don't even like her and think she's a drunk. It's not true. Okay?
Yeah,
Because
totally not
eventu-
true.
No, it's totally not true. Eventually, the neighbors across the way let her use the bathroom, so proof is proof.
So, joke's on you.
So perhaps sensing that maybe this conversation might not go her way, Sarah starts asking her own questions, as she loves to do. She again asks what the cops are going to tell George's family. And when they don't give her a straight answer, she keeps prying. And when they finally ask, why does it matter? She says she needs to prepare to deal with what she with that. Again, that's all she says. She asks really stupid stuff. She asks if she's going to get her phone and laptop back, which is fine. But then she also asks if she's getting the swabs back that she gave, like the actual
Yeah.
the swabs.
They asked her to swab her fingernails, and she's like, well, I get that back.
What? That's like, it's like eating at a restaurant. You leave bones on your plate. You're like, am I getting those bones back? No, bitch.
She also goes. They also say like, we can't give you your electronics back yet. And she pauses and then goes, well, that's what my son watches cartoons on.
Yeah,
that's all he has to watch cartoons on. So I need that computer back because he doesn't have anything else to watch cartoons on.
Yeah. That's Lucas. That's Lucas, my son. That's his laptop.
Yeah.
And I use it. I bought it. And
Wow,
but he needs it back.
This
is not for it's not for me. It's for him.
It's not me. It's for my son.
After a minute, Connolly steps out. I think it has to do with the coughing, but again, maybe that was a ruse. So her and Detective Lowen are alone in the room, and while they're alone, she tries to express regret to him, and she says how devastated she is that she has to live without George now, and the consequences of knowing what happened. And when Lowen nods and says George's daughters, will have to live without him too, she immediately gets annoyed and asks if she's like, are you trying to make it worse? And the detective is like, excuse me, what? And then they get interrupted. Connolly and forensics come into the room. But it was such a great moment.
Yeah, and she goes, this is really the worst punishment that I could imagine. Like, this is it. This is the biggest punishment. I think I've been punished enough just for what I have to deal with now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah.
This is enough, that all I can handle.
Yeah.
So after that, Connolly re-enters and tells Sarah, okay, Sarah, you're not free to go, but we're placing you under arrest and charging you with second-degree murder. And Sarah is just flummoxed.
So shocked.
What?
So she can't even believe that was a possibility.
No. She has plans, okay? She has to go see her son and feed her cat.
Her son is expecting her home. Her son it always expects her home, and even though she never goes and sees her son. And
she doesn't live in the same. She does mention that her son has been so thrilled that she's been staying at Brian's yesterday, and he expects that to happen again. But she cannot get arrested right now. She does the whole like, really, like she does that.
Are you sure? Are you sure I'm arrested?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for real though.
Yeah.
Why?
She's outraged. She was told by the cops that she would be able to go home. They never said that.
Damn.
And she even came down willingly to talk to them by herself.
Yeah. So she at one point asks if like something along the lines of like, are we done, or is this going to be over soon? And the detectives say like, yeah, we're going to be done soon. And so she assumes that means you can go home, but they didn't say like you can go home. They just said, yeah, we're going to be done with our questioning soon.
Yeah, we're going to be done soon.
Yeah.
Like the cops never say you can go home, or you're free to go. They just kind of like, yeah, we're going to be done soon. Yeah, it'll be like, whatever's next soon.
So she's like,
Really
you
20
tricked.
minutes.
She gets so upset because she's like, you tricked me.
Yes.
You lied to me. And it's just like, no, they just, didn't say the whole thing because they knew. Yeah.
It's what
That's
cops
what they do. Yeah.
You also were sitting here 2 hours without a lawyer.
Yeah.
Even though we read you your Miranda rights at the very top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the very top.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. That's the red flag. But she does, like, it's great. It's great. So she gets arrested and they cart her away. And then we have the trial. But right before the trial, I have some follow-ups. Police would later interview the property manager of George and Sarah's apartment complex, which is the one person that she was like, go talk to him. Okay,
Yeah.
he knows me better than my neighbors.
Also, she kept saying, go talk to him. He knows me. It's a she. It's a she. And so you're like, go talk to him. He knows me really well. It's a she.
Go talk to him. He's that lady who's standing over there.
but with the authority of a he. So
Yes.
that's why
Well, she wears man shoes. That's why.
yes.
Yeah.
So the property manager said that, yes, they were constantly drunk and fighting. One of their big things was to lock each other out of the apartment. So, like, often one of them would be found asleep on the lawn outside of the apartment
Yes.
or in other vacant apartments. And even sometimes wandering into other people's apartments.
Oh, it's oh my God! Everybody, lock your doors. Lock your doors all the time.
Yeah.
Drunk.
And she would get complaints about them falling down drunk as early as 9 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah. And the property manager, like, doesn't even, like, live near them. Like, it's just, like, it's unbelievable to me. Like they live in, you could tell it's one of those really big apartment complexes, right? Like, so he's hearing about this, and they're probably off in, like, this one little corner of these giant apartment complexes that, like, you normally never hear a peep out of from your neighbors.
Yeah. The principal, if the principal knows your name at a high school, you're doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like, that's sort of that attitude is like, this is a huge complex. If they know you specifically, that's not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for listening to Blitty Podcast. We'll be back next week with part 2, the trial of Sarah Boone.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Bye.